to Live at 4 on this Tuesday. Charlotte Celeste in for Susan Simon this week. How are you?
I'm well. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. We got a long stretch here, you and me.
Yep.
4, 5, and 6.
Here we go.
Let's get to it. Here's what's making news on this Tuesday. Vice President Mike Pence returns to Wisconsin just 2 months after a visit to Madison's GE plant. We'll share some of an exclusive interview with him.
And an investigation is underway after several Black Lives Matter signs were defaced in Madison. We will share more.
And state health officials are launching a new dashboard with more information about coronavirus outbreaks across the state. Let's take a look outside. Some sun, some clouds, some showers.
So picturesque, isn't it?
Very green out there, that's for sure. The weather words copy and paste. Dana's in the backyard. Do we even need to talk to you?
Yeah. We're just kind of going to rehash a little bit what we went through yesterday. Behind me,
you have visitors.
See things. I do. It smells really good out here, and everyone should be jealous of that. We're currently dry out on the patio, thank goodness, but there are some showers north of Dane County, and it looks like just off to the western edge of Iowa County starting to build in. I do have the lightning indicator turned on, and as you can see, no lightning currently, but these shower chances are going to continue to pass through. A little closer look at Dane County. It looks like one of those cells, a little light rain just north of Fitchburg, but south of the belt line. Again, out on the patio right now, it is dry, but wouldn't be surprised if we do have a few raindrops fall very quickly, and then everything kind of tapers off. Right now, temperatures are in the upper 60s. It feels really good outside for the end of June. A very calm breeze. Our dew points in the mid-50s. Tomorrow, expecting another variably cloudy day with a chance for showers and thunderstorms to develop yet again in the late afternoon and evening. High temperatures likely in the mid to low 70s, so kind of a copy and paste forecast. But once we get through Wednesday, it is going to get much warmer outside. A little more better opportunities for some storms by the weekend. We'll look at your full forecast in a second. Right now on the roads, the belt line is nice and smooth. Here's a look right at Park Street, and thankfully both the east and westbound lanes are cruising along. The interstate looks smooth as well. So from Janesville to the belt line, we're at 25 minutes, 16 minutes to get from Sauk City to Middleton, and some parade to downtown. Quick 9 minutes this evening.
All right, we'll check back in a few minutes. Thank you, Dana. The Trump re-election campaign is in full swing.
Vice President made a stop in the Milwaukee area today as part of what he's calling Faith in America tour. Our Eric Franke got an exclusive interview with the Vice President and joins us with more. Eric?
Well, good afternoon, Mark and Charlotte. We are at the 128th Air Refueling Wing here adjacent to Mitchell International Airport in Milwaukee. We're actually in Cudahy, and the Vice President taking off aboard Air Force Two about 45 minutes or so ago, bringing that Faith in America tour to Wisconsin. As you mentioned, his second trip to Wisconsin in the last 60 days. And, of course, the President will be in Marinette tomorrow, so later this week. And they'll be focusing a lot on Wisconsin throughout the next 4 months. Earlier today, the Vice President holding a roundtable discussion on school choice with Education Secretary Betsy DeVos. Well, he then sat down with the Vice President to talk about how Wisconsin figures to play this pivotal role in the 4 months between now and Election Day.
President Trump made a connection to the people of Wisconsin because he spoke about the frustration that people in this state, people in my home state of Indiana, and all across the heartland felt. He talked about the forgotten man and woman. He said that in addition to rebuilding our military and standing up for our values, appointing conservatives to our courts, that we could pursue policies that would put the heartland back to work. Less taxes, less regulation, fighting for the kind of free and fair trade, expanding access to American energy. We've done all of that, and in the first 3 years, we saw more than 7 million jobs created. We saw wages rising all across the country, and most especially important to us, they were rising most rapidly for hardworking blue-collar Americans right here in the heartland. And so we want to make sure that story gets told. We've just passed through a challenging time in the life of our nation. The people of Wisconsin have made great sacrifices and now are opening up this state. We're opening up America again.
So we'll see how that resonates with voters in Wisconsin from here, from this speech at this round table at this Waukesha STEM Academy. He went to the Ingleside Resort, also in Waukesha, where he really had more of a rally setting, maybe about 250, 300 people there, all greeting him, greeted by former Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker, introduced by a senior advisor to the president, Kellyanne Conway, to a rousing applause there. So they're making a strong effort here in Wisconsin. Again, a little more than 4 months to go. Now it'll be interesting to see how the Biden campaign responds to these appearances from the GOP and the Trump campaign. Of course, they have the Milwaukee Democratic National Convention coming up later this summer, but who knows what that's going to look like. And from a Biden campaign perspective, they're trying to avoid what Hillary Clinton did in 2016 when she didn't show up at all, and it cost her at the polls. Mark, Charlotte.
Eric Franke reporting live from Cudahy this afternoon. Eric, thank you. The percentage of positive cases of COVID-19 in Wisconsin is down, but state health officials say we are still seeing a moderately high level of spread. More than 25,000 people have tested positive since the beginning of the state's outbreak. More than 4,000 people are currently fighting it. The Wisconsin Department of Corrections says generally their outbreak of COVID-19 has cleared up. The Department of Corrections says 268 inmates have tested positive, and so far 261 of them have recovered. Most of the cases were at the Waupun Correction Institution. That facility is operating at 36% above capacity.
Governor Tony Evers is asking people to continue practicing common sense and social distancing as the summer of the pandemic continues. The governor and health secretary designee Andrea Palm provided an update this afternoon on the state's response to COVID-19. The Department of Health Services has launched a new dashboard that provides new information about the state's current outbreak level and gives a better picture about which regions are experiencing growth in cases.
Just as we have used data to drive our decisions at the state level, we want to make sure local leaders, businesses, and individual Wisconsinites have the tools they need to make decisions in their communities.
You can find that dashboard and more COVID-19 resources by going to the State Department of Health Services website.
The nation's top health experts say we have been hit badly by the coronavirus. The U.S. has more than 2.3 million infections and more than 120,000 deaths. The comments come as half the states are seeing an uptick in cases. Naomi Ruckham reports from New York.
The nation's top health experts are calling the surge in coronavirus cases disturbing.
We were going down from 30,000 to 25 to 20, and now we sort of stayed about flat, and now we're going up. A couple of days ago, there were 30,000 new infections. That's very troublesome to me.
25 states are reporting an increase in coronavirus cases in the last 2 weeks. On Capitol Hill Tuesday, Dr. Anthony Fauci said he's concerned about community spread.
The next couple of weeks are going to be critical in our ability to address those surgings that we're seeing in Florida, in Texas, in Arizona, and in other states.
In Texas, hospitalizations rose nearly 60% in the last week. Governor Greg Abbott warns shutting down the state is not out of the question.
If those spikes continue, additional measures are going to be necessary.
The spike is putting frontline workers at risk.
I was kind of hoping, maybe it's just a cold or something.
Kayla Cordova, her brother and parents are all nurses in Texas. They all got the virus.
A lot of people need to take it seriously. I don't wish this on my worst enemy.
Myrtle Beach, South Carolina is another hotspot. Cases are spiking sharply as tourists visit.
Oh, we're having fun, not worried about it, and enjoying the weather.
Dr. Fauci praised New York, which had been the epicenter of the pandemic, for following the task force's guidelines and bringing cases down. The city has made so much progress, it entered phase 2 of reopening Monday with outdoor dining available. Barbershops and salons have also reopened with strict guidelines. City officials say phase 3 of reopening could happen in a couple of weeks if the numbers keep going in the right direction. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News, New York.
California shattered its single-day record for most new coronavirus cases yesterday with more than 6,000 new cases. The previous record was more than 4,000. Statewide, hospitalizations also reached record levels.
President Trump is in Arizona for a campaign rally as cases of the coronavirus spike there and in more than 24 states. The event in Phoenix comes just days after a Tulsa, Oklahoma rally where less than a third of the seats were filled and masks are optional. President Trump is in Arizona for a series of campaign events, starting with a roundtable on border security in Yuma. The president also toured border wall construction, one of his signature 2016 campaign issues. The president will speak to students for Trump at a rally in Phoenix this evening, expected to draw around 3,000. An organizer says masks will be optional but available, while public health experts still advise against large gatherings.
Going to be making a speech to young people in Arizona.
Arizona has among 25 states seen a spike in coronavirus cases. Those attending the rally have been asked to sign coronavirus liability waivers. President Trump is facing criticism for holding rallies amid the pandemic. 8 campaign staffers tested positive after setting up this past weekend's rally in Tulsa.
Friends and family members said farewell to Rayshard Brooks in Atlanta today. Brooks was shot dead when police confronted him earlier this month. 2 former Atlanta police officers are facing charges. Rochelle Gooden is Brooks's mother-in-law.
And that's what he would want us to do, to love, not the love that he gave us, but to love one another like God loved us.
Brooks's death and other recent police killings have people in Washington and across the nation calling for widespread police reforms. In the nation's capital, protesters have been focusing on a statue of President Andrew Jackson because of his role in slavery and for forcing Native Americans to leave their land. Demonstrators tried to pull it down last night. Madison police are investigating defaced and stolen yard signs on the east side. A homeowner found KKK spray painted on their Black Lives Matter signs.
When police got there, they saw that this was done to signs at 3 homes in the East Moreland neighborhood. Amanda Quintana is here with what neighbors are saying. Amanda?
People started noticing the vandalism on their signs yesterday morning. Brian Jukum said one of his signs spray painted with KKK. He and other neighbors weren't surprised, but after getting over the initial shock, he thought it's just property and it can be replaced, but then realized what this could mean for his black neighbors.
That definitely has a deep impact on our black and brown neighbors here in the East Moreland neighborhood, and it makes me worry about how safe they feel in our neighborhood, how welcome they feel in our neighborhood.
We know racism exists in our neighborhood, in our community, and that's why it's important to stand up. While some of us were protesting on the street recently, we've had gestures made at us, we've had things yelled at us. Those are minor things compared to what the black community deals with every day.
Jukum says he and the other neighbors who had their signs ruined will order more and keep putting them up, saying it's the least he can do. It's a simple way to stand with the black community, although neighbors know bigger actions are needed to make real change, and they're committed to helping local nonprofits make those too. We want to point out police say another person in the neighborhood said their Trump 2020 and Support F-35 signs were stolen recently as well.
A Beloit woman says 2 bullets flew into her bedroom Sunday night. Officers say they responded to the 500 block of 8th Street around 11 o'clock after a witness reported seeing someone firing a gun outside the sunroof of a vehicle. 2 bullets were recovered from the woman's bedroom and other damage was found around the house. Video from a nearby home shows a dark-colored vehicle speeding in the area. Anyone with information about the case is expected to call the Greater Beloit Area Crime Stoppers.
Well, there's more at 4. There's a new art exhibit on display at the entrance of UW Hospital.
It's an exhibit with a powerful message about addiction and its many faces. We'll talk with the artist when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
We at Patriot Paving want to remind you we're all in this together. Be kind, enjoy the time with your family, help your neighbor. We can and will get through this together and be stronger than before. Stay calm, stay positive, and we'll see you soon.
Choosing the right Medicare plan is simple, right? Except that there are a lot of choices from a lot of companies. Avoid the confusion and the junk mail. Come to Informed Choice Insurance Agency. We know Medicare, and we offer many of Wisconsin's popular plans. There's no cost and no obligation to come discuss your Medicare options with the experienced team at Informed Choice. Call us today.
I didn't choose this exact type of metastatic breast cancer, but I did pick Clarity by knowing I have a treatment that goes right at it.
Discover Piqray, a treatment that specifically targets PIK3CA mutations in HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC. Piqray is taken with fulvestrant after progression on hormone therapy and helps people live longer without disease progression. Do not take Piqray if you've had severe allergic reactions to it or any of its ingredients. Piqray can cause serious side effects, including severe allergic and skin reactions, high blood sugar levels and diarrhea that are common and can be severe, and pneumonitis. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms of severe allergic reactions or high blood sugar while taking Piqray. Your doctor will monitor your blood sugar before and during treatment, and more often if you have type 2 diabetes. Before starting, tell your doctor if you have a history of diabetes, skin reactions, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Common side effects include rash, nausea, tiredness, weakness, decreased appetite, mouth sores, vomiting, weight loss, hair loss, and changes in some blood tests. Ask your doctor about Pickray.
Andrew Larson here, owner of Larson Home Services. It's so nice to see things getting back to normal. We're grateful we've been able to continue to conduct business the right way and put LeafGuard gutter systems on homes throughout the area. LeafGuard is guaranteed so you can give up cleaning your gutters forever. And we'll continue to keep things rolling by offering the best deal ever on new LeafGuard gutter systems. Right now, get up to $1,000 off, free financing for 12 months, and a $100 Visa gift card with your LeafGuard purchase.
Services, save up to $2,500 on a new Lennox system. But hurry, it's a limited time offer and a beautiful thing.
We at Patriot Paving want to remind you we're all in this together. Be kind. Enjoy the time with your family. Help your neighbor. We can and will get through this together and be stronger than before. Stay calm, stay positive, and we'll see you soon.
Welcome back. Jimmy Kimmel has issued an apology for previously doing impressions in blackface.
The late-night talk show host released a statement acknowledging the racist impressions he has done in his career, including one of NBA player Karl Malone in the late 90s. While he says he did not consider it inappropriate at the time, now he looks back at the sketches with embarrassment. Kimmel says he has evolved since that time and that he is sorry for the past impressions. Books about race and racism are flying off shelves and helping independent black-owned bookstores in the process.
Jennifer Wilson has owned Sisters Uptown Books in New York for 20 years, but she's never seen anything like this before. The store says the sales are up 500% over the past 2 weeks as anti-racist titles fly off the shelves. It's a national trend. Almost all of the top 10 nonfiction books on the New York Times bestseller list are about race and racism. Wilson says white customers are driving the surge.
Their premises, I didn't know. I don't know. I wasn't taught this in school, and I want to know.
Some of those new customers say it's important to take to the streets and hit the books. Shop owners say cracking open a book is only the start. They hope books help spur deeper conversations about race in America. The most valuable company in America is worth nearly $2 trillion. Yesterday, analysts boosted their target prices on Apple stock following the unveiling of its new operating system, iOS 14. Currently, Apple is worth $1.6 trillion. The company is the second best performer in the Dow this year, only trailing Microsoft. If Apple shares rise another 20%, the company will reach a market value of $2 trillion. Big tech stocks like Apple led a Wall Street rally today. The Dow Industrials added 131 points, closing at 26,156. The NASDAQ gained nearly 75, and the S&P 500 was up 13 for a record high close.
Every year, UW Health hosts nearly 70 art exhibits featuring local artists.
A new exhibit opening this month brings light to the faces of addiction. I spoke with artist Paul A. Smith about his colorful new series debuting this week at UW Hospital.
It's about addiction. It's about removing the stigma of the word addict, of the word addiction. It seems to be a very negative thing. There's a reason that a lot of people that are in addiction or trying to recover from addiction have to engage in anonymity. They need to be anonymous. I've always questioned that. I've always kind of had a problem with that. Now, first of all, I am a recovering addict. So I have some understanding about what this is all about, and I wanted to change it because, secondly, I'm a lifelong artist, and one of the psychologies of making art is to have some people, the viewer, be affected by it. We want to make a difference in someone's life with our art, and I thought, okay, why can't we do this? Why can't we use the art to try to change some of these misconceptions about addiction? The show itself is actually, it started as a revisiting of a series I did back in the 90s, which was called The Heroes. And it was a bunch of faces, just anonymous faces. And it was based on the premise that ordinary people, just Joe and Jane off the street, are heroic. They're heroes. And then I dropped this series back in the late 90s. Recently, with the quarantine and everything, I decided to revisit it and started doing a lot of these faces. They were going to be part of the new Hero series, but then I started thinking, I want these to make a difference. And suddenly the new heroes became faces of addiction.
There's 20 portraits, each putting a face to addiction.
Every portrait is a different color. That's to delineate that there's a personality involved there. We have a lot of misconceptions damaging assumptions that we make about addiction, regardless of the data and the definitions that we have about it being a disease. The idea being, okay, see all of there's 20 people on the wall. Which one is the addict? You can't do that. And the point being, okay, if that's illogical, if that is inaccurate, why are we making the same assumptions about the disease itself without even recognizing that it is a disease? The point being, the art is kind of a lure. We want people to look at all of these different faces, ask them to pick out pick out the addict. And there are some in there, people who are recovering from addiction. I did a self-portrait. It's in there too. I'm in there. And to drive home the point that when it comes to addiction, we have to look closer. We have to be able to understand that it's not just something that you can just say no to, because addiction is a disease. It's a fatal disease. It kills. We need to look at it for what it is. It's a chronic but manageable disease of the brain.
UW Hospital isn't allowing visitors in unless you know somebody there or have an appointment. How can people see the work?
We're going to be doing a lot of virtual work. We're going to be doing an on-location video so that people can actually see the work, see the show. We have an event page that kind of branches off my Facebook page, which posts all of the interviews, all of the videos that we're doing. And we're bringing that up to date every day.
So it's all on your Facebook page?
Well, it starts there. I mean, I have a main Facebook page that has the videos about the show itself, about its reason for being, definitions, the whole works, room for people to make comments. Like I said, I wanted to make a difference in someone's lives, how they look at addiction. Instead of looking at an addict and saying, what is wrong with you? Let's change that to what happened to you.
A powerful message indeed through art. Paul, thanks for being with us today.
My pleasure.
It is powerful. The exhibit went up today, and it's up there for a month. But as we say, you can't go in the hospital unless you know somebody. But it's going to be online.
Oh, I hope people make the effort to see it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. All right, there's more at 4. Here's something else to worry about. An alarming rise in illegal fireworks sales.
We'll look into why that is and how those fireworks are putting some people's nerves on edge. That's coming up after Dana's first Warren forecast.
To the beautiful Hinchley Dairy Farm and one of my favorite dairy farmers of all time, Miss Tina Hinchley. It's so good to be out here and celebrating June Dairy Month with you.
I am so thrilled to have this opportunity to share my farm with all of your viewers.
You and your husband took over the farm in 2000 from your in-laws.
Right.
Kind of take us through the journey of what has changed since that time.
We grew a little bit in bits and pieces, just a couple cows at a time. And as we got to the point where our kids were all in college, one of them decided that she wanted to come back to the farm, but she didn't want to be milking cows 9 hours a day. And we looked at technology. We're using technology as it is right now in planting and harvesting, but now we're using it by having our cows milk robotically.
I think this is so cool, and we're going to get to see that. But so the cows actually decide when they want to be milked. How nice is that?
Oh, it's amazing. And it definitely certifies the fact that cows love to be milked. When they go in 5 and 6 times a day, we have got a couple cows that are doing 18 and 19 gallons a day.
Wow.
So their bodies are saying, milk me, and they're able to go in and get milked.
So much to learn June Dairy Month, but if they can just take away one thing, it's what to look for in the grocery store. So pull out your prop.
As you go to the grocery store and you're looking for a way to help Wisconsin dairy farmers, look for this badge. This is going to tell you that this cheese is coming from our amazing cows in Wisconsin, and that's going to support the farmers out here.
Thank you for what you do. For every person out there who drinks the milk and eats the cheese, we thank you.
Oh,
it was lovely to see you.
Thank you so much for sharing this with everybody.
I'm Emmy Fink, and you heard it here. You are buzzed into Madison.
I wanted my hepatitis C gone.
I put off treating mine.
Epclusa treats all main types of chronic hep C. Whatever your type, Epclusa could be your kind of cure.
I just found out about mine.
I knew for years. Epclusa has a 98% overall cure rate.
I had no symptoms of hepatitis C.
Mine caused liver damage.
Epclusa is only one pill, once a day, taken with or without food for 12 weeks. Before starting Epclusa, your doctor will test if you have had hepatitis B, which may flare up and could cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you have had hepatitis B, other liver or kidney problems, HIV or other medical conditions, and all medicines you take, including herbal supplements. Taking amiodarone with Epclusa may cause a serious slowing of your heart rate. Common side effects include headache and tiredness. Ask your doctor today if Epclusa is your kind of cure.
Take a look at this. Meet Evan Lalani. He's paralyzed from the waist down, but with the help of a special kind of board, he is showing off his incredible skills. Whether he's out in the country or rolling around the city, it is clear he knows what he is doing. He is also a para-alpine ski racer.
It is pretty incredible.
Wow.
He's also a what?
Yeah, a para-alpine ski racer. Unbelievable.
Oh my gosh, that's
good
so
for
cool.
him.
That is so cool. All right, Dana, you got a new challenge.
Yeah, I'm going to put that on my list. We'll hop right on that. I think Penny has a better chance of learning how to do that.
Probably.
But that's not going to happen. Good luck, I guess, skateboarding outside over the next few days. There's going to be some rain chances. I don't know if it's really skateboard weather. Right now we have a cloudy sky over Madison with some showers kind of dancing around to the north of us. And that's going to be the picture through the rest of the evening. We'll hear your full 10-day right after the break.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
The choice of former Governor Tommy Thompson to serve as the interim president of the University of Wisconsin system is nothing short of inspired. It's hard to think of a better person to fill the position for the year the regents have wisely decided to devote to finding a permanent president. After a rough recruitment process and the withdrawal of the one and only finalist to succeed retiring system president Ray Cross, Regent President Drew Peterson thought to ask Thompson, who throughout his long and distinguished career has been an enthusiastic champion for the UW. He's also proven himself capable and willing to work in a bipartisan way. Thompson gets it, and he cares. He knows how important the UW is to this state, its citizens, and their shared future. And he has been passionate about supporting and promoting its mission. We love the appointment and thank Governor Thompson for accepting it.
At Pick and Save, we always do our very best to make sure we've got you covered. Restocking our shelves with help from one of the country's biggest supply chains. And we'll continue to bring our A game to get you what you need when you need it most. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Two opportunities to play. Two opportunities. Two draws.
Two daily draws
each day
from the Wisconsin
When you think of a bank, you think of people in a place. But when you have the Chase mobile app, your bank can be virtually any place. So when you get a check, you can deposit it from here. And you can see your transactions and check your balance from here. You can save for an emergency from here. Or pay bills from here. So when someone asks you, where's your bank? You can tell them, here's my bank. Or here's my bank. Or here's my bank. Because if you download and use the Chase mobile app, your bank is virtually any place. Visit chase.com/mobile.
Attention small business owners. Wright & Schulte LLC is currently investigating claims against several insurance companies that may have wrongfully denied business interruption coverage during the coronavirus crisis. If your business is insured by Society, Auto Owners, Erie Insurance, or Germantown Mutual and your claim was denied, or if you have not yet made a claim, you may be entitled to money damages. Call the number on your screen or visit wsclaim.com for a free case evaluation to understand your legal rights.
We've got the power.
The Power Centers of Madison. Our customer-focused sales team will help you find the right power equipment to fit your needs. Lawn and garden, tractors, zero-turns, lawn mowers, trimmers, chainsaws, commercial equipment, and more. We carry the name brands that you know and some that you need to know. As an added incentive, you can always find factory promotions at the Power Centers of Madison.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
So overall today, of course, it's been a little more of an increasing clouds kind of day. We started off with sunshine, and now we're looking at a little increasing rain for the evening. Tomorrow, plan on a very, very similar forecast. In fact, you can almost copy today and paste it onto your Wednesday, so we get a redo for everything for Wednesday. Less humid again, with the chance for some showers and thunderstorms to develop in the afternoon. We'll be in the low 80s on Thursday, and then by Friday and Saturday, mid 80s with showers and thunderstorms likely. Looking at our radar right now, I do not see any lightning in our area. There was some closer to the eastern edge of the state. Right now, these showers at the northern edge of Sauk County, a little rain north of Madison. Those red spots, of course, quick, heavy downpours, but then they pass through very quickly. These are prolonged storms. So they die down through the evening. Overnight, we're expecting a partly cloudy sky for tomorrow. Again, starting off with sun in the morning, and then the cloud coverage increases later in the day with speckled showers expected in the afternoon and evening. Some folks will be completely dry. Others will see those shower chances again passing through. Thursday is going to be our dry day. Mostly sunny skies and warm outside for Thursday. Rain chances developing at night, and then showers likely for Friday. And that's going to continue into the weekend and into July, likely. Looking at our 6 to 10 day outlook, likely that we will see rain chances above average, and very likely that we will see temperatures above average. When we have that bright red color, that's a good indicator that all of our models kind of lining up, and that temperature trends will continue on the up. The same goes throughout the month of July, actually. Very likely our temperatures in that long-range forecast are going to stay above. So tomorrow, similar to today, in the low 70s for our afternoon highs. Thursday will be mostly sunny with high temperatures in the lower 80s. Shower chances develop Thursday night, and those shower chances will be staying into Friday and the weekend. Next week, if you think this was copy and paste, we'll see highs every day. Both Gary and I were just like, are you serious? Every single day, a slight chance for showers and thunderstorms, mid-80s for afternoon highs and mid-60s for overnight lows.
So you just change the low 1 degree, just have a variety.
Just like a little plus or minus thing. Otherwise, people are going to be like, did you actually copy and paste this? Did you really do anything?
So no lightning in that
Thankfully,
on the radar.
No, and it would have been a good day actually to have some. It is Lightning Awareness Day, so of course we want to talk a little bit about lightning safety. A great way for you to kind of keep track of how far away a thunderstorm is would be the distance or the time between when you see the lightning or when you hear the thunder. So you measure those seconds and then you divide it by 5 to get the distance in miles. The good rule of thumb here is 30-30. If it's less than 30 seconds, which a lot of times if you're able to see it, then it's likely within that time range. You definitely want to go inside, and you want to wait inside until 30 minutes after lightning ends. Anyone who plays any sort of outdoor sport knows knows that that's the rule. Lightning, of course, is very, very dangerous. We average close to 50 deaths per year. Last year, not quite as deadly in the U.S., but even if you do not die from a lightning strike, there can be an incredible amount of damage. Mostly, of course, skin damage with burns, but cardiac damage also with that shock that goes through your body. So when we say there's a severe thunderstorm warning, it's not just, oh, that's going to have wind, that's going to have heavy rain. The concern also is the lightning that's associated with their storm. So today, Lightning Awareness Day, even though it creates beautiful, beautiful pictures, it's nice to enjoy from afar, but if you do see lightning, make sure you want to go inside.
Especially when lightning and thunder at the same time.
Yes, yes. I mean, it's very close.
It's very close.
Very close.
All right. We are aware now. Thank you. With Americans already restless and jittery from months of coronavirus lockdowns, there is now something else fraying nerves.
As Michael George reports from New York, complaints about illegal fireworks are skyrocketing.
Over the streets of New York, fireworks shake families out of their beds. Residents already rattled from the pandemic and weeks of civil unrest say it's a nightly barrage.
It was like the sparkles. And they just went off. And I went, oh, are you kidding me? That was Tuesday. Wednesday night, then they're blowing off the big guys.
Whether it's a celebration or an act of defiance against police, Manhattan Community Board member Tanya Bonner has had enough.
It's dangerous if someone gets hit by one of the fireworks. It's also dangerous to people's mental and physical health because it keeps people up at night.
Not just New York, but cities across the country are lighting up.
It started very early in June, and just the sheer volume of illegal fireworks being deployed, the amount of calls for service we're getting is just skyrocketed this year for some reason.
In Southern California, these people are losing sleep.
There's no peace. I'm not kidding you when I say it's every single night.
And you feel helpless. You feel like no one's listening.
People are so fed up here in New York that hundreds protested overnight outside Mayor Bill de Blasio's residence, saying if they aren't able to sleep, neither can he. The mayor says a new task force is on the case.
So what do? We go at the suppliers. There'll be all sorts of actions taken, undercover buys, sting operations, finding where the supply is and cutting it off at the knees.
The New York Police Department fielded more than 12,000 complaints in just the first 3 weeks of June. For many residents, it's become the city that really does never sleep. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
It's always something, isn't it?
I've been hearing them here in the Madison area, too, for a while.
So. All right. Be careful. We'll be right back.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
When America needed us to build, we built. Masks, ventilators, shields. When frontliners needed support, Ford dealers answered. And now we're open and ready to serve you. With special offers like 0% financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Stop by a Ford dealership or go online. We've made it safer to shop, easier to buy. Now get 0% financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Contact your Ford dealer or stop by today.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Social distancing and family quarantines are a jarring reality for kids. It's a big adjustment, so it's important that we adults do what we can to help them navigate this new normal. Encourage your kids to ask questions and give them honest, age-appropriate answers. Show them things that they can do to regain some control. And above all, reassure them that their safety is your top priority.
Now more than ever, SSM Health and News 3 Now encourage you to take time for kids.
The Leadership Development Program is designed for people who at some point intend to become supervisors. It would open the doors for you for a lot of different types of positions where you're going to have people reporting to you. The number one reason I would say students should come to Blackhawk Tech is that they're going to get a great education from great instructors who understand, make the learning more applicable to them, a real quality education at a very reasonable cost.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Ahead at 5, a group of grad students at UW-Madison are asking for a more diverse faculty. What they want the university to do about it at 5.
There's a chance of showers and thunderstorms this evening, then again Wednesday afternoon and evening. Summer heat and humidity will return by the weekend. My forecast at 5.
And ahead at 6, as protesters continue calls to defund police departments, a new report shows policing has been the top expense for Wisconsin municipalities. Find out for how long at 6. Your commuting costs might be down during the pandemic, but by staying at home, energy bills might be creeping up.
As Josh Breiter explains, the experts at Consumer Reports say there's some simple tips to keep your utility bills down without sacrificing the comforts of home.
Our homes have been working overtime for us these past several months. All of those extra meals at home, dishwashing, heating preferences, it all adds up. Consumer Reports says a few small steps can keep your utility bills in check.
Adjusting your thermostat settings is actually one of the simplest and most significant things you can do to keep your energy bills under control. Lower your thermostat by a few degrees when you have the heat running, and raise it a few degrees when it gets warmer and you have the AC running.
CR says programmable or smart thermostats can make this lifestyle change easy breezy. This thermostat from Honeywell Homes, a CR Best Buy at $90, and testers said installation is fairly straightforward.
Some other smart thermostats can actually adjust your temperature settings based on your activity and behavior.
CR likes the Smart Nest Thermostat E for about $140.
Some smart thermostats also offer wireless temperature sensors that detect motion in a room, and that allows you to heat or cool a room when it's only being used.
You can curtail costs in the kitchen too. When cooking smaller meals, use a toaster oven or microwave, which costs less than heating up your big oven. To save water instead of a prolonged pre-rinsing and hand-washing dishes, simply scrape off food and load it right into your dishwasher.
Use the quick rinse or rinse and hold cycle on your dishwasher. That'll rinse all the dishes and use a lot less water than the faucet, and then you can save them up for when you have a full load to run.
And finally, institute shorter showers, 5 minutes or less.
Time's up.
For Consumer Reports, this is Josh Breiter with News 3 Now.
Time's up.
I don't think I can limit my showers. I'm sorry. That's where I draw the line.
I know. Consumer Reports says the best way to save in the laundry room is to use the highest spin setting available on your washer.
It removes more moisture and helps shorten drying times.
Didn't know that. Well, still to come at 4, you might not associate vegan foods and the outdoor grill.
But you should. Our vegan chef is in the backyard patio with some great vegan grilling recipes. That's when Live at 4 continues.
One of our favorite Portage families here at the Portage Furniture Store, the Ayers family, that has grown a little bit since, yeah, he says high five. That's right. Since the last time we were here.
We sure have. Austin and I, proud third-generation owners, and now we're working on our 4th generation. We've seen generations of customers come through, and I think we take a lot of joy in seeing, hey, my parents bought from your dad, or bought from your uncles, or bought from your grandpa, and now Austin and I get to enjoy that ourselves.
How much fun is it on the days you come back into town and the 3 of you are together?
It's very special. Like I said, the longevity from my dad and uncle started in 1940 to now. Very special.
We're very, very proud to showcase predominantly American-made brands and companies that we've worked with for a very long time. We have a number of great lines, including Serta Mattresses, Smith Brothers, FlexSteel, Lazy Boy, and England.
And not everyone has the Ayers last name, but everybody here, I know you guys consider family.
Yeah, we really have some wonderful people here, including, you know, 2 salespeople, Rosie and Punky, who have been here with us from the very beginning, and we're really thankful for them.
Yeah, they really make you guys, they're the ones who make you all look good.
Yeah, they are.
No doubt.
And we need all the help we can get.
Yeah, well, he said it. Right? What are some of the biggest things that sets you guys apart?
The free delivery. Yeah.
They still got it. I was wondering.
We do.
Glad to hear it.
And on top of a first-class free delivery service, we're very proud of our huge selection of top name brand furniture at guaranteed low prices.
Well, with the free delivery, we've got a lot of stops, but I'm glad you're helping me. From the Portage Furniture Store, I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison. He's excited.
At Walgreens, we know summer may look different this year. Luckily, we're right around the corner with safer ways to shop so you can enjoy the moments you do make. Like making sure you have pool toys the whole family can try out. And never running out of sunscreen before playing in the yard. And if you do spend the day indoors, always have enough snacks. This summer, Walgreens is making shopping safer with touchless pay and drive-through pickup so you can keep your summer going. Walgreens.
You were always the responsible one, so much like me, always taking care of everyone else. But this wasn't your responsibility. I already took care of the arrangements. The Ryans made it so easy. I didn't want you to worry about a thing. It's my last gift to you, my lovely daughter.
Thankfully, the Beltline is nice and calm right now, but if you're trying to travel downtown, looking at West Wash, it is pretty blocked up currently due to what I'm being told is protesting right now on West Wash. But the rest of the downtown area pretty smooth for this time of day. John Nolan also looking fairly smooth right now. That's a quick look at traffic.
All right, Dana, thank you. All you cat-loving single fellas out there, we've got some catastrophic news. Turns out guys who like cats are less likely to get a date. Scientists at Colorado State University showed more than 700 women photos of 2 guys, one by themselves and the second with a cat companion, and their luck got noticeably worse when women saw them cuddling a cat. The folks who did the study say, quote, cat men are described as less masculine, neurotic, agreeable, and less dateable.
I don't buy that. I'm sorry.
Cat lovers do not complain to me. I didn't do this study.
Oh my gosh. Well, look at the poses. They're all the same.
I know. I don't know. Maybe it's the shirt.
That's a whole other different topic for another time, Mark.
Summer's a good time to try something new.
It sure is. Changing up what you eat could be fun and exciting, so why not try some vegan options? The vibrant veg Lauren Montalbano is on the weather patio with some grilling ideas. Good afternoon.
Hi, Lauren.
Hi there.
So what are you cooking up today?
So today we have a marinated vegetable kebab. And then we also are going to make a kale and white bean salad with a smoked tomato vinaigrette.
Oh, great. Sign me up. All right, so what are you going to begin with?
All right, I'm going to start by showing you a really simple marinade for your vegetables. It can also be used for meat if you so desire. But we are just going to go ahead and take 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, tablespoon of salt, 1/3 of a cup of olive oil, 3 cloves of chopped garlic, and then also a mixture of basil and thyme. We've got 2 teaspoons of thyme, 1 of basil. And then we're just gonna mix this up really well here. And then it's super easy. You just take your vegetables, dump them in, coat them, and then let them sit for about 20 minutes.
I bet that smells great.
It smells really good out here.
What vegetables do you recommend?
So we are super lucky to be in Wisconsin where it's got an amazing growing season. A lot of stuff is popping right now. I like to use, as you can see, a combination of colors here. So I've got zucchini, I've got yellow squash, I love grilled broccoli, also radish and turnip are in season right now, and red pepper.
Are there some veggies that don't grill very well?
and some that don't grill very well. I haven't met a veggie I don't like to grill, actually. So then next, actually, speaking of veggies that you don't usually grill, on the grill right now we've got tomatoes. So at the same time you're grilling your kebabs, you can be grilling tomatoes to make this smoked tomato vinaigrette. So what I've got here is I've got 2 medium-sized tomatoes, and we're just going to take those off and pluck them right into our blender.
How long do you leave them on the grill?
These have been on the grill probably about 15 minutes. It depends on how thick you've sliced them. You want to cut them thick enough so that they don't fall through the grill, so it'll take a little bit more time. And then to add to this, we've got 1 chopped shallot and 1 piece of garlic. We've got 1 teaspoon of maple syrup. My next favorite ingredient is sherry vinegar. So we have 2 tablespoons plus 2 teaspoons of sherry vinegar. It gives it a really nice, deep, acidic flavor. We've got a little bit of olive oil, 2/3 cup. We're gonna add Dijon, 1 teaspoon, and then 1 teaspoon of salt, and then a little hit of pepper. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this blender. And while this is going, I'm gonna keep adding a little bit more of my olive oil here to get it emulsified. While this is going, I'm going to come over here and assemble my salad. So I've got about 3 to 4 stalks of kale that I have pre-chopped fairly small, 1 cup of quinoa, 1 cup of white beans, about a 1/2 cup of cucumber, a cup of purple cabbage, about 10 to 12 cherry tomatoes, 1/2 cup of artichoke hearts, and about a 1/4 cup of Kalamata olives. So once you've got all of that together, our vinaigrette comes together really nice and easy over here. And that just can be poured right on top. It's got a really smoky, deep, acidic flavor with just a touch of sweetness. And then we're just gonna mix everything else in here. And then on top, we're gonna fold in some chiffonaded basil and also some pistachios for a nice salty crunch.
That looks great.
All right.
Recipes are online at Channel 3000. And you can grill vegetarian with vegetables.
Yeah. Oh, I like that idea a lot.
All right, Lauren, thanks for being with us today.
You're very welcome.
Beautiful day out there. We'll be right back with a final check of your forecast.
Hi, Andrew Larson here with Larson Home Services. Safe to say 2020 has been a year unlike any we've ever seen. We're so grateful we've been able to conduct business safely and responsibly and do our small part to keep Wisconsin's economy rolling. And we'd like to thank all of the homeowners who have chosen to make Leaf Guard the choice for the last gutters their home will ever need.
We looked at several different types of gutters, and we knew that we had problems with leaves. We have lots of trees around our house, and I'm the one who goes and cleans out the gutters, and I wanted to eliminate that hassle in the fall of cleaning the gutters, and Leaf Guard has done a wonderful job.
Love to hear that. Right now, your Leaf Guard gutter system comes with some great money-saving extras. Get up to $1,000 off, free financing for 12 months, and call before this program is over and get a $100 Visa gift card with your new Leaf Guard gutter system. Don't wait. Call now to schedule your free estimate.
Ask about $99 prescription sunglasses. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
I'm Eric Franke in Milwaukee, where Vice President Mike Pence kicks off a big week for the Trump campaign in Wisconsin. Both he and the president will be here this week. We'll have remarks today from the vice president. Complete coverage tonight on News 3 Now.
showers right now, mainly north of Dane County, although we do have a little heavy rain just north of Madison. Here's a live look at the cloud coverage currently hanging out. Temperature-wise, we're below 70 degrees with a calm breeze. Tomorrow, we'll plan on a very similar day, but Gary will have more on that during Live at 5.
All right, thank you, Dana. Tomorrow and Live at 4, pollster Charles Franklin joins us with the numbers from his new political poll.
And it's Concerts on the Square, a virtual Live at 4 version. That's tomorrow at 4.